Hello, good evening and welcome to a Blackpool Bank Holiday special. So of course it's going to be raining. We have got some special duties. A Class 142 run and then rescuing a steam charter that has come to grief. Sounds like current affairs going on there if you've seen the railway news today. Anyway, we will be starting at 20:30 by the station clock. That's in around about 8 minutes time. So please have your drinks, light refreshments and bank holiday joy and fun at the ready.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Hello and welcome to a Bank Holiday Monday on the Blackpool Branches. We will be starting in around about 5.5 minutes, that's 20:30 by the station clock on your screens. Please have your drinks and light refreshments at the ready.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes. This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
Hello everybody, good evening and welcome. How are we all doing tonight? Right, so first of all, apologies for the mess behind me. You may see a Class 67, Pullman 67 on what is the model railway layout, which I've been busy on today, which is why I've done absolutely no housework, and I make no apologies for it because that is a cooler project, as I'm sure you will agree. Housework on model railway. Yeah, model railway. But anyway, how are we all doing? Who have we got in tonight? Train and Bus Spy UK, Laserjet, Jake, Pig and Bob on the membership, Astro Penguin moderating, GJ, Planes, Trains and More, Mothman, Through Susan's Eyes, Peter Young and everybody else. Hello and welcome. Great to have you in tonight. Laserjet, hopefully everything isn't broken. Some things are still broken, but it's not as broken as it was last time, Laserjet. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so we are going to be doing a British bank holiday Blackpool service. So the premise is it's August bank holiday, it's drizzly and raining and miserable, and we are driving Pacers down to Blackpool. We're going to start off at Ormskirk, go down to Blackpool North, Blackpool South, change ends, back down to Preston where we have got our fictional break. But the foreman is going to give us some special duties once we get down to Preston. So, yeah, you can probably tell by the thumbnail what's going to happen, but let's make it a little bit mysterious. Before we jump in, and as always, I've got to tell you that all the views and opinions expressed within this video are solely my own, may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with. If this does happen to be the first video I've streamed you've seen by me, then my name is Richard, and I'm a mainline freight train driver and former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England. Right, that is enough rabbiting. Let's press the button. Let's get right into it. As always, guys, game audio, microphone volume up or down, let me know. Since Streamlabs and voice mod and everything done updates, things are broken, but we're slowly getting back to normal. So, to the trains, choose a route. Blackpool Branches. I only have limited content installed at the moment, but we've got everything we need for this. Jump into timetable. Let's take the 142 for a spin. We'll go in the... yeah, 2 car loaded. And we're going to do an Ormskirk to Blackpool South service. As you can see, I've done quite a few of these already. Ormskirk to Blackpool South, 8:02, a 1 hour, 3 minute run. We'll keep the dynamic weather on, but we're going to have it light rain, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. So, let's press that Get Started button. Oddie Moore, hi. Stephen Taylor, hello. Hey, Dave. Dave Cloister, hi, Deborah. I hope you're well. Yeah, very good, thanks. Great to have you here, Dave. I noticed someone earlier said they were watching in from Barbados, so I'm not jealous or anything, I promise. Right, 2 Papa 01, Ormskirk to Blackpool South. Let's press Get Started. Game audio, you've got none. You should now have some form of game audio. Let me know if you need it up or down, and we will tweak that as we go along. Right. Safety systems, that's a good place to start. AWS in, and have we got vigilance on this somewhere? I assume we do have a vigilance device, but I can't remember where it is on here. If anyone can remember where the vigilance device is, tell me and I'll get it put in. Right, okay, headlights on. And we want to make sure our destination blind is set as well. We're on blank at the moment. Liverpool, Manchester, Victoria, Leeds, Huddersfield, Blackpool North, Blackpool South. Let's jump outside. Putting their umbrellas up there, and let's get the doors open. On this beautiful Bank Holiday Monday service, we are going to be calling at Burscough Junction, Rufford, Croston, Signal Mike Lima 02, Mitchell Token Exchange, Preston, Kirkham and Wesham, Moss Side, Lytham or Lytham, Ansell and Fairhaven, St Anne's on the Sea, Squires Gate and Blackpool South. Right, loading passengers. Joshua Lang saying, will you get early access for Train Sim World 5? Through Susan's Ice asking about Train Sim World 5 as well. Joshua Cummins, your camera is glitching slightly for some reason on my end. It is showing as glitching at my end as well. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's see how we get on with that. If it does keep glitching out, I'll get rid of my face off the screen. That might not be a bad idea because it does seem to be going a bit all over the place. Everything is broken. It's terrible. Right, okay. Camera's being disconnected. We're going to have one more go on that. Let's just pause the game. See if we can get that to work. Oh, it's all the fun of the fair. Starting as we mean to go on. 117 of you lovely people watching my broken stream. It will get better, I promise. I've just got to find some... Are we there? Are we working? Okay, right, hello. Right, that's a view you don't normally get to see. Right, okay, we'll give it one more go. Providing it doesn't glitch out, we'll keep it on. If it does, then we'll just we'll carry on without the camera on. Right. Lock doors, let's get going. If you do see it glitching out again, guys, then just shout at me because I can't see it very well from my end. Let's get some wipers going as well, that'll be good. Right, we are 15 miles an hour out of here. And of course, yeah, we've got to have a conversation about Train Sim World 5. That is an absolute must. Still glitching. Ah, that's... Do you know what? I'm gonna get rid of my camera when I can remember what button does it. There we go. Little bit of speeding coming out, all distracted by the camera. Okay. We'll give it a little rubber brake, just a nice little running brake test, check that they are working as intended. Favourite thing about the Pacer has got to be the suspension. They've got this train absolutely, in my opinion, absolutely spot on. Right, we are off. Give it some thrash. Someone say even with the camera disconnected, it's glitching. It's got to be an overlay or something that I've got hidden that's glitching. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. That's really annoying. GJ, glitching is not the camera, but the overlay of the camera. The overlay should have disappeared as well. The overlay has disappeared as well. So yeah, I told you, Streamlabs has done an update, and since the update happened, everything has broken, and I'm sort of just trying to work through and get it fixed. One of my favourite trains in the game, definitely the Pacer. Looking forward to getting the new Just Trains route, which of course is going to be Preston to Carlisle, I believe. Yeah, really looking forward to getting that. 156 Andrew, Shortbread Express. Thank you very much, my friend. Very kind of you. Happy Monday to everyone from the Shortbread. Happy miserable bank holiday Monday. I mean, to be fair, it's been quite nice down here, but tradition dictates that it's a bank holiday, it has to be raining. Right, approaching 17, got 1.2 miles to the station, we'll shut the power off. Owen, how are you doing? Yeah, CJE94 Railway, Just Trains did a great job with this route, they absolutely did. It's got to be one of the best, if not the best route in the game in my opinion. I am really looking forward to getting hold of the Carlisle to Preston. Up Shap Summit with some AC electrics, some decent tap changes. Yeah, that's going to be pretty epic. Definitely looking forward to that. Right, 0.6 miles out. Driving it a little bit conservatively because I haven't driven for quite a long time. The last thing I want to be doing is having tea and biscuits with the manager so early on in the stream. Yeah, trains at the station, Class 87 will be at Hellfire on Shap, absolutely will. I don't know if I would have preferred a modern version of that route or the kind of the older route. I think with the older routes, I think people tend to be less critical with the older routes because, you know, there's almost a little bit of artistic license because you're talking about things that were there in the past. You know, you've kind of got no reference to compare it to in a way. So I think people tend to enjoy the experience more and they tend to be a little bit less critical of it. I said I didn't want. Look, I said I didn't want tea and biscuits for the manager, and I've done it immediately. And now we are sliding and putting good flats on the train. I'm better in real life, I promise. Right, it's all on the platform. But just for you guys, I don't even know if this is going to work. Oh, we don't get any sound effects though, because voice mod is broken, and voice mod handles all the sound effects, and yeah. Cross train spotting, can we have some tones please? We absolutely can. We'll do an outside shot pulling away. And we'll get some tones from the Pacer. Let's give it some thrash. Dave, authentic Pacer if you ask me. Well, we were running a little bit late, you know, I was trying to make up a few minutes, but we'll go with that, we'll go with that. Durafast, womp, yeah, that's the one. Hey, Lawrence Adams, how are you doing? I'm currently in Rye, lovely part of the world, not too far away from me. Jack HSG's Productions, West Coast Mainline was definitely better back then in terms of traction. It'd be good if we get an 85, 86 and 90. Is that? I'd like a 90, yeah, that would be good. That would definitely be good. RXED, sorry I'm saying your name wrong there. Will you be doing a video on the Cardiff network when it releases for Train Sim World 5? Absolutely. And someone was asking me if I'll be getting early access to Train Sim World 5. I hope so. I hope to do quite a few videos and quite a lot of content on that. I was invited to go to Dovetail Games HQ a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately due to work commitments I couldn't go. But I was fortunate enough to catch. We sort of had an early access live stream thing going on where they sort of showed us some of the features and bits and bobs. So, and I think the standout thing for me on that, and I think the thing they've done really well this year, is they've decided to make the core game update free. And I think, you know, that was a really, really good move. You know, and it's going to be free to absolutely everyone as well. So even if you're not a Train Sim World player, you're going to be able to download it for free. You'll only have like training centre and a couple of locos. You won't have any routes as such. But it's sort of a good introduction to the game. So I think it's a really good core on Dovetail's game. You know, everyone gets fed up with paying for an upgrade once a year. So I think they've made the right decision on that. Sort of listening to the feedback from Train Sim World 3, Train Sim World 4 releases, it's definitely gone the right way. Yeah, I did see the 89s making a return 156. Was it LSL or Rail Operations Group or someone has got it working? So yeah, looking forward to seeing that out on the network. Right. Got one yellow there on our distance semaphore. Distance signals don't show up on the heads-up display, which I find a little bit annoying. Hey Lawrence, Mumrail's doing really well. She's actually upstairs at the moment doing a little bit of... if I say she's doing a little bit of modelling, it could be misconstrued, but she's doing some doll's house building. She's kind of got into that of late, so yeah, she's doing really well, thanks. Mega Simulator Gamer, hello, how are we doing? Will you drive the new GBRF 66s? Sorry, 99s? Probably not. I doubt I'm going to see them where I am. I mean, hopefully, but yeah, I don't think sort of down here in Third Rail land they're going to make too much of an appearance. And I am really making a hash of this. It's 15 coming into Rufford. I'm going to do a better job.
We will shortly be arriving at Rufford.
Love the announcements as well. That is... I know I've said it so many times, and I know the community have picked up on it. You know, announcements give so much to the game in terms of atmosphere. Well, hey, we managed it. We actually stopped in the right place. A little bit of speeding, but we stopped in the right place. Mega Simulator Gamer, I don't know where the 99s will be used. I don't think there's any decision been made, but because they're sort of primarily AC locomotives, AC and diesel, I think they're going to more likely to be used on sort of maybe routes out of Felixstowe that's fully electrified and stuff like that. I don't think we're really going to see them down my neck of the woods. I mean, never say never, but I just think it's really unlikely. Rick Astray, hello, how are we doing? Good to see you in. Okay, so although it has not yet been advertised, the stream we done a couple of weeks ago, the driver's eye view with the live commentary, we are going to be doing part 2 of that, and that is going to be on this channel tomorrow night at 2100. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for that. The first part was really well received, so I'm really keen to get back into that and have another go on that. So yeah, hopefully you will be able to join me for that. Right, okay, Trainboy is asking for Locomotive Livery Location. We are going to play Locomotive Livery Location, but there is a catch. It's still sort of broken, and because I was trying to fix things just before the stream, I did not get time to put a new picture up. So we've got just under 100 to choose from. So I picked one of our previous pictures at random, and that's what we're going to use. So I don't know if you can hear the jingle. I don't know if the jingle's playing, but post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. If you've not seen this game before, post your numbers in the chat between 1 and 36. I'm going to pick the third number that comes up on my screen, and you will soon get the hang of it. Were we overspeeding again there? I think it was 15 out of the station, wasn't it? We're just we're driving it like we stole it. It didn't play. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time fixing things, I think. Okay, right, third number on my screen. Leo Low, you're the third one there with number 21.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
I think that jingle played. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, give you box number 21, 10 seconds to give me the locomotive livery and location of what you see underneath. Okay, we've got a yellow panel. Have you got some countdown sound effects either? Because I haven't. But what is it? Where is it? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, Leo, I think the jingle was on voice mod. No countdown sound. Ah, it's so annoying. Right, I'm braking really early now, being overly cautious. What do we got? GJ says Flying Banana. Jack HSC Productions says DB Cargo Class 60 at Buxton. Gabro places Yellow Box at Yellow Box Island. Rick Ashtray, do these trains bounce as much as shown? Oh yeah. I mean, not anymore because you'll only find one on a heritage line. But yeah, when they were in mainline use, they are bouncy. As we come into Croston. Grape the Train guy is going with everybody else and saying TP Class 60. I've done it again. I'm reading the chat and not driving. Oh no, that's alright. That's going to stop. Contain the timetable.
The next stop is Preston.
That's the official way of saying you're going too fast. Hey Jack W. Yeah, my day's been good, thank you. Chilling out most of it, playing with model railway projects. Trying to get the automatic train feature to work on there, but there'll be a video on that. I keep saying that, but there will. I absolutely promise. Lewis Gates, what are your thoughts on conductor mode? It's not something, if I'm being completely honest with you, Lewis, it's not something that I'm massively enthusiastic about. I know it's been requested, and I know a lot of people do want the conductor mode, so I can sort of see why they've added it in, but I think for me, it's not what the game's about. I can't see myself playing it too much. Dave Cloyster, another tea gone cold. Oh, that's a great song. My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Got out of bed. You're not getting any more singing, that is it, I promise. I absolutely promise, that's all we're doing. Joshua Cumbers, fun fact about the Class 99s, they're made by the same guys and girls who make the Class 755 Flirt Greater Anglia. They are indeed, yes, Stadler built units. I've not really heard a bad word about anything Stadler have made, to be honest with you, so yeah, obviously we got the new ROG locos. I don't know how they're getting on with those, but really good to kind of see that European influence with the Flirts and the 99s coming in. They're effectively Stadler Eurojewels, aren't they? So Peter Young, it's defo not Guard Sim World. Right, we're 2 miles away to Mike Lima 02, which is our go via location, with 70 miles an hour. Let's keep the power in. Oh, Dave, I've heard worse. Brilliant singing, what can I say? Mothman 2600. In your last video, you mentioned getting new lesser known content creators onto your channel, help them with something. I think it is something I'm going to be doing going forward, but I'm snowed under with a lot of stuff at the moment, so I can't commit to it. But it is something, when I get the capacity to do it, I will definitely want to do it. Charlie Buxton, the camera was doing weird glitchy things. This is not a pre-record, I am here, but hello. it was doing weird glitchy things. I'll pop it back on, and you know, maybe it's had a little rest now, maybe it's fixed itself. You know what technology's like. Probably don't need to be braking just yet, I think we're alright. Trainboy, did you hear about the fire in London? Yeah, I did. I'm glad everyone got out safely, but it could have been Grenfell all over again. Yeah, I'm glad to hear everyone was safe in that. Um, 156 Andrew, you usually sing Pavarotti. What do I normally sing when I'm driving? Oh, I don't think it's Pavarotti, but we go, just one yellow, give it to me. Green would be better, la-dee-da-dee-dee. I mean, we've spoken about commentary driving, we've got commentary singing, there we go. Do you know what, guys? A lot of people don't like the idea of commentary driving and sort of talking to yourself when you're driving along and stuff like that, but the way I look at it, this job puts food on the table for my family, you know, it puts a roof over my head, it keeps me warm in the winter. If singing or talking to myself when I'm driving is going to stop me having an incident and losing my job, just get on with it, you know. It really doesn't matter. I'm not too proud to admit that. It's not glitching anymore, right, okay. We might be in business here. Let's try not to have a spad now. I'm paying the utmost attention to what we're doing. Bouncy, bouncy pacer. I love the animation on the signal coming up there, that's really nice. And we're going to stop to exchange the single line token at Midge Hall. It is still glitching. Okay, right, let's get rid of it. Bomb, gone. That's something to fix another day. I wish there was like an animation for this where you had to grab the token. That would be really cool. You alright, mate? Yeah, sorry, it's a bit slippery out here. I do apologise. Thank you very much. The Grand Autismo, hopefully we can get a mainline diesel freight loco that isn't a 66 in Train Sim 5. A 56, 68 or 70 would do wonders for UK routes. I completely agree with you, the Grand Autismo. I don't think the 66 in-game is particularly good. I've sort of made my thoughts on that quite clear. They can do any modern loco, but just as long as it's not a 69, do you know, I'll be happy. Lewis Gates, good question. Will you be required to undergo training for ETCS on the East Coast Main Line? So everyone is going to have to do some sort of ETCS training because all of our locos, because obviously they travel over numerous routes, are going to be fitted out with the ETCS equipment. So we're going to have some sort of basic understanding as to how it works. So a lot of the, even like the Class 73s, for example, the dashboards, the dials on a Class 73 have all got to be replaced with DMI screens. You might have seen the picture of Tornado. That's had its DMI screen put on it. DMI screen is driver machine interface. Like it's like a computer screen basically, where you get your speedo and other gauges. There's certain things you have to do to log into it, so we're going to have to understand. Even if we're not driving under it, it's still going to sort of form part of our cab prep and our cab setup. So we are going to need to know about it. Right, Preston is 3.1 miles away. We're currently 70 down to 60, but uphill. Let's get a bit of power in. Let's get it going. 156 Andrew. ETCS is European Train Control System, or ERTMS is the European Rail Traffic Management System. It's basically a form of in-cab signalling that's being adopted or implemented across the whole of Europe. It's sort of, even though we're not part of the EU now, it was originally an EU centre, and it's to sort of facilitate easier cross-border travel by creating a common system. Yeah, it's something we are adopting in the UK. It does have its advantages over traditional signalling. It's certainly a more modern and a more upgraded system, no two ways about that. Mega Simulator Gamer, does freight ever go through the Thameslink core? No. So the only freight locomotives that are permitted through the Thameslink core are the Class 73s, but yeah, the gradients on it are really severe. So if you look at like Blackfriars down to City Thameslink, it's not really suitable for freight, and the traffic on there is, yeah, there's too much traffic. The gradients are too much. It's just not feasible to run freight on that. Right, we've got a 20 coming up just around the corner here. Seriously getting some brakes in for that. No more tea and biscuits with the manager for me. Concord 9289. I believe eventually everywhere's going to be ETCS in time, but the Cambrian coastline I think is already fitted with it. And yeah, certainly the south section of the East Coast main line is going to be fitted with it. There's a lot of routes in continental Europe that are already fitted. HS2 I would imagine would be fitted with it. The Thameslink core, so London Bridge through to, I don't know where it ends, but London Bridge through to King's Cross and Banquist, maybe a little bit further. Is ETCS. Although that is ETCS, it still has traditional signals on it. So you get something called ETCS overlay, which is where you have line side signals, but you have ETCS running alongside it. So drivers that are qualified in ETCS can drive using the ETCS and effectively ignore the line side signals. Drivers that are not qualified in ETCS, or stock that's not fitted with ETCS, can use the line side signals. So if you're running in ETCS mode and ignoring line side signals, the only line side signal you would obey would be a red. Yeah, Sam, the webcam's doing some glitchy things, so we've kind of made it disappear. Right, we're good for 30. Let's get it going. Preston is 1.7 miles away as we join West Coast Main Line, the only bit of the West Coast Main Line we've currently got in game. But of course, part of the Train World 5 announcement was West Coast Main Line South, London Euston to Milton Keynes. Now, my immediate thought, and I should imagine the immediate thought of the community, and a lot of feedback is, why did they end it at Milton Keynes? Why didn't they go further than that? And I kind of see people's point. But I think one of the biggest considerations you've got to give is that game, and I'm not sticking up for the developers, I'm just kind of, my 2 pence worth. Game developing, route developing in Train Sim World 4 is a lot more laborious and a lot more involved than what it is in Train Sim Classic. So, the time, cost and effort involved in developing a longer route, it's whether they can justify that or not. Hopefully, we'll get it as an add-on later. That'll be really cool up to Birmingham, same as you got in Train Sim Classic. But I think Milton Keynes is okay. I mean, it gives us potentially 2 stops on the Pendolinos. Watford Junction, Milton Keynes. I think it's going to be a busy route because you've got the 350 on there as well, which is really welcome. The Desiro, you've got the 710 services going up to Watford Junction, and of course you've got the Bakerloo line layers and the 377s. So I think it's going to be one of those routes. It's going to have a lot of AI traffic on it. It's going to look, as long as the modelling and the route's done well, I think it's going to be really good. So yeah, really sort of looking forward to getting my hands on that and having a play with it. I think it's got a lot of potential. Yeah, Concord, as you said, the Euston to Milton Keynes section is a complicated bit of road. It is. Right, we're coming down to 35. ATC recordings. Do you think that drivers should be recruited from inside the railway or the public? Does progressing through the railway make you a better driver? That's a really interesting question, ATC recordings. I don't think it necessarily makes you a better driver. I think if you've worked within the industry and you've experienced other jobs within the industry, it gives you a lot more background knowledge and a lot of appreciation for how the other roles work and sort of how things come together. I've seen some drivers that have come off the street and they've kind of got, pardon the pun, they've got one yellow, they've got tunnel vision. They sort of know their job, know what they're doing, and don't have a full understanding of everything that's going on around them. It doesn't make them a worse driver. It just means, they don't necessarily have that appreciation. So, I mean, yeah, it's certainly an interesting question. I think it's probably harder for people coming in off the streets to go straight into the driving grade. Purely because the railway is kind of a world of its own. If you just look at like the culture within the railway, just the kind of language we use, the terminology, not algorithms, that's the wrong word, the acronyms. You know what I mean. Yeah, the sort of terminology and stuff that we use. Learning all that sort of as you're going up through the grades is really useful. So when you get to the driving grade, if you've already got a bit of background knowledge and a bit of sort of understanding about how things work, it's definitely going to be beneficial to you. We are at Preston.
We will shortly be arriving at Preston.
Must remember to do the announcements. Rightio, okay, the jingle doesn't work, so post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. Numbers in the chat between 1 and 36. Connor, hello, how you doing? Good to have you here. Lewis Gates, HS2 I believe will also use ATO, but drivers will operate the doors and will be responsible for passenger safety because of the line speed of 205 miles an hour routinely. Ah, interesting, Lewis. Mega Simulator game, how much freight is on the West Coast main line south? Fair bit going in and out of Wembley. There is a fair bit of freight down there. Certainly a lot of containers. Connor makes a good point. Yeah, maybe class 92 would be really good on the Caledonian Sleeper. Oh, we'll go with that. Okay. Locomotive Location Livery. Rob, you're the third number on my screen with number 19.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Here we go, guys. Going to give you box number 19. 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location. If you can. What is it? Where is it? No wrong answers. Have a guess. Hey, Northern Princess Productions. Hello, how you doing? Just seen you popped into the chat there. What is it, guys? Where is it? Connor, yeah, Wembley needs to look busy. Another great addition would be the 325s as well, like the Royal Mail services. I know Northern Princess Productions is quite passionate about mail by rail. Talking of which, we definitely need to get back in and do that scenario. Right, 7.5 miles. I think this is the longest distance between two stations on our route today, Kirkham and Wesham.
The next stop is Kirkham and Wesham.
We've got a green, we've got an S on the... Ooh. Theatre box to use its... I mean, yeah, this is based in the 80s, so it's still a theatre box. Oh, in Fender, is it a skip? Concorde has gone DB Class 60 at St Keen. Wishing well halt. GJ's gone Class 47 rail tour with West Coast Railways. Trains at the station's gone Wilston 60 DB. Dave Cloyster's gone Luton Bus Depot. Oh, we are driving a pacer, so you know. Northern Princess Productions, the south end of the East Coast main line was shut for high-speed testing of ETCS from Class 180 and Class 43. Doing stuff on Sunday and early today. There we go. Right, and as we are getting down towards Blackpool, it has stopped raining. So let's get that wiper off. And it's going to be really, really nice. Hopefully in a few months' time we're going to be able to continue around to the right and up to Shap. It would be really, really nice if the two routes were... I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be really nice if the two routes and the two timetables were merged completely. Of course, route hopping is something that we've got as part of the Train World 5 feature set. The ability to hop between routes, but if the routes were merged in a drivable sense, I think that would be pretty awesome. A little bit of speeding going on there. Uphill gradient should take that out of us. Burn the wiper blade out, says Connor. That should be a simulated feature on Train Sim. If you leave your wiper blade on, you start getting black rubber smears across the windscreen. It's what happens in real life. Rather annoying. Hey Sam Bennett, hope you're having a lovely evening, Richard, and all is good with the family. Yeah, no, really good, thanks Sam. Had a lovely day out yesterday at Marwell Zoo. Some catch up with some family, which was lovely. Kids are back to school very soon. Hip hip hooray! My youngest Sammy starts school. He's my son Tommy's just come in doing like a cry, sort of pretending he's crying about school. You're not looking forward to going back to school, Tommy? No. Going to a new school this year as well. Finn, why train sim live but not? If you're talking about the camera, Finn, it's temporarily broken. I've got to try and get that fixed. So up to 75. So yeah, if you weren't here earlier, guys, the train driving, or the driver's eye view with the live commentary that we done last week or the week before, we're going to be doing part 2 of that tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So hopefully you can join me for that. I thought it went really well. It was really well received last time, so looking forward to getting back onto that and doing that. We are also going to be, fingers crossed, returning streaming to the earlier time of 8:30, the time that it says on the introduction screen. The reason we moved it is because my son Sammy has been a bit all over the place with bedtime, so we've sort of just about got his routine to a place now where we're going to be able to go back to 8:30 streaming, so I think it does work. That extra half an hour is what really works, so it works a little bit better. Connor Eaton, you're going to have a go at Train Sim VR. I have got what have we got? A Meta. We've got a Meta VR thing, so maybe. Mega Simulator Gamer, what do you think of the upcoming cargo lines pack? I can't say I've seen much about it, to be honest with you. Jake, when's the next members live? Oh, really good point, Jake. I tell you what, I'll advertise it. We'll do a members only tomorrow. We'll jump back into our Transport Fever game. After we've done the stream tomorrow, we'll jump into that. So probably at 2200 tomorrow, we'll do an hour or so. It is really kind of good just to sit at the computer and chill out. So we've got 143 of you lovely people in, which is really brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. It really does help me out. Right, still got 4.2 miles to Kirkham and Wesham, so let's have another Locomotive Location livery. The jingle doesn't work, so post your numbers now. Locomotive Livery Location. Okay, here we go with the numbers. Sam, you're the first one in. GJ, you're the second. Rob, you're the third one in with number 20.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
And we're going for a line. We're doing bingo. Going to give you number 20, guys. 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location if you can. Sound effects coming soon when I get them fixed. Does that help you? What is it? Where is it? Let me know your thoughts. And the weather's turned again. It's a bank holiday service. Of course it has. Of course it has. Oh, it's turning nasty out there. Anybody going to Blackpool, please have your umbrellas at the ready. It's just a passing shower. What are we reckoning? Trains at the station says DB Class 60 Wilson or Wembley. GJ Class 60 West Coast Railways route or Connor Eaton demister required. Richard, I wish the 66 was fit with GSMR. Yeah, I was saying about that earlier. The 66 in game really does need a bit of an overhaul. It's not great. It's not great. Jake, it's the train that lifts rails. Can't remember what it's called. Oh, okay, interesting guess, Jake. Johnny Simulator Game, DB60 or Royal Train 57. Gabbro Place, DB Class 60, somewhere in London. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can't actually remember what it is. Trains at the station has got a correct answer. It's a train. Concord 9289, Class 60 East Midlands Parkway. I do like a Class 60. I've one yellow. I have an Acura scale one on order, and I have a Cavlax one on pre-order as well. So, never had the privilege of driving a Class 60, but I do like them. Yeah, Jack W, I'm going to slow down for this 45 and answer your question. West Coast Mainline South, very, very excited. Do you know what? I think all of the routes that are coming in. West Coast Mainline South, it's going to be busy. Pendolinos, 350s, I'm here for that. I'm absolutely here for that. Great Western Remastered, oh yes. I didn't actually see the announcement about that, but is that being modernised?
We'll shortly be arriving at Kirkham and Wesham.
Is that being modernised and brought in with IETs, or is it just kind of a remaster of the existing era? Because if it's being modernised with IETs and Lizzie line trains, that would be epic. I'm not sure what was announced with that. But yeah, Cardiff Networks. I was down in Cardiff a few weeks ago. Lord and Butler, great model shop down there. Do head there. That's where that 67 come that's hiding behind me. Yeah, Cardiff Networks, really looking forward to that. West Coast Mainline South. I'm also very much looking forward to the Just Trains route. I think, you know, what Just Train's done with this definitely sort of stepped it up, in my opinion. So, you know, if the Just Trains route Carlisle to the Preston to Carlisle comes out to the same standard as this, we're absolutely winning with that. The German route as well, Frankfurt to Fulda, very, very interested to drive that. Now, I've done some train spotting. I've done a fair bit of train spotting over in Germany. You'll find videos on the channel if you want to check those out. I went to Frankfurt and I'd done the drive to Fulda. There's some really good locations kind of on the route. Frankfurt Station and the approaches to Frankfurt Station are pretty epic. You know, if they've gone sort of to town on that and modelled it, and obviously, yeah, I'm mixing my words up. Obviously, we have quite a lot of German traction in game already, so I should imagine that's going to be really, really busy. But everything that's been announced at the moment, I'm sort of pretty hyped for it. Yeah, definitely. What have you got? First Great Western HST is coming. Jack, I think it's the same era. That's okay. Lewis Gates, I wonder if TASS on the Class 90 will be modelled. Interesting comment, Jack. Sorry, Lewis. TASS is the Tilt and Advanced Speed System, or something like that it stands for. I don't know a great deal about it, but that's something I'm definitely going to have to do some research on so I can drive it properly. I think it is going to have tilt modelled on it, so I assume it's going to have like the enhanced maximum speeds and everything on the route. That'll be interesting. I don't think we've had a showcase on it yet, have we? So I don't think they've kind of shown anything off, so I look forward to that when they do it. I mean, livering the First Great Western and 387 should be easy. Let the community do it, yeah. Creating an up-to-date timetable. I tell you what, one yellow. There's now something, in my opinion, there's now something missing. And if we get, I can't see it happening, to be honest with you. But we have got the Brighton Main Line, which takes us up to Clapham Junction. We've got the West Coast Main Line. We've got the Great Western Express, and we've got the Goblin. What we absolutely need in there, and we've got route hopping as well now. What we absolutely need in there is like a North London line. North London line, West London line. I know it's third rail and it's southeast centric, and yeah, I do apologise for that a little bit, which is why I don't think we'll get it, you know, because they have done a lot down in the southeast. But something like, you know, Clapham Junction, North London line, maybe round to Stratford or somewhere, and then having like the spur, the Poplar Spur, so Acton Wells Junction down to Acton Main Line on the Great Eastern. Sorry, on the Great Western Main Line, having southwest sidings and being able to access the West Coast Main Line. It's, you know, you've got the Goblin on there as well from Gospel Oak. It's kind of too good an opportunity to miss, just to link all those bits of routes together. I can't see it happening. I think it'd be another Electrostar. It'd be a 378. We've got lots of Electrostars. I don't think it would be massively popular, but it's something I would absolutely love to see. I think it would be fantastic. GJ, Fenchurch Street to Southend. The whole C2C network to Shoeburyness and Southend would be really good, GJ. I'd definitely like to see that. Zona Ray Abyss. Oi oi, how's it going? Not too bad, wasn't it? Connor Eaton showcases tomorrow. No, Thursday. Okay. If the I was going to say if the showcase is tomorrow, then I'm cancelling my stream and watching that. Right, horrible bank holiday weather. We are off to Moss Side in 2.1 miles. Northern Princess Productions, Dad Row Development one. You can be head developer Northern Princess Productions, and I'll just put my name on it and go for it. You never know, the visibility might improve before we get to Blackpool. Sam, I would love to see a Class 67 could do freight and the Pullman services. There's one. Oh, I've moved my camera. There's one. There's one behind me over there. You're getting a sneak peek at the sort of half-built model railway projects. But yeah, there we go. That's all you get in. Braking as we come around towards Moss Side. Connor, August 29th, WC1A showcase. Yes. Northern Prince, you bankroll it and I'll make it happen. We should start crowdfunding for Train Sim World routes that we really want. Trainboy Devrod, is the Discord working? The Discord will be working tomorrow. That is my tomorrow project, is to get that fixed. You can still join the Discord if you want to. There's an invitation link in the description below. You won't be able to see too much, but that will be getting fixed tomorrow. Right, 0.8 miles to Moss Side. Jack HST Productions, there can't be any electric trains on the new Great Western Express Remaster as the wires don't work past Hayes and Harlington. The only realistic would be the Heathrow Express 332 or the 360. Wouldn't mind a 332 in game, that'd be pretty cool. I would advocate for having Crossrail in the game. I think Crossrail would be quite interesting. I mean, I know the core is pretty dull and it's automatic, but I think the variety you would get, having the automatic sections through the core and then having sort of the manual driving, and I think it would be quite a good one to do. Hey Connor, what are you doing in the training school tomorrow? Do tell. Learning to drive a train better than me.
The next stop is Moss Side.
Crossrail would be good and different, yeah. Could have the yellow plant. Haha. Something close to your heart there, Connor. W4LT would be a nice break from driving, having it just being automatic. I think it would have a novelty factor to it, W4LT. I think it would. Trains at the station. We need a Birmingham to Shrewsbury. Birmingham is something I actually want to mention, trains at the station. So, if we're getting West Coast Main Line, we're getting Pendolinos and Class 360s. Does that mean that the Cross City South, they're going to overlay Pendolinos and 360s at Birmingham New Street, which is going to make New Street look a lot better? Are we going to get 390 Pendolinos at... Let's take the brakes off, that does help. Are we going to get 390 Pendolinos on Cathcart? Because, I mean, Edinburgh is really, really busy on that as it is. So adding... Sorry, Glasgow is really busy. So adding Pendolinos in there would be pretty epic. Northern Princess Productions, I disagree with Crossrail. Drive there, drive back, and you're done. Yeah, I guess from a gameplay point of view, once you've done, you know, you've got Abbey Wood, Shenfield, and then Reading. I sort of see what you're saying with that. It is a, but then Goblin's very popular, and Goblin doesn't really have much gameplay variety. I mean, you do have freight on the Goblin, obviously, but Matt said the AI layer won't be released, but at a later date. Interesting. Cathcart, yes, nice, nice.
The next station stop is Lytham.
Right, Lytham, Anderson Ferrams, Sea Squires Gate, and Blackpool South at 9:05. So we've got 15 minutes left on this run. Right, okay. Jingle doesn't work, but post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. 1.5 miles, 70. Yeah, we'll keep it going. Let's keep it powering. Well, we are sort of running on time though. We're doing pretty well. We did have a bit of waiting time at Preston, so. Third number on the screen, Rick Ashtray, you're the first. Gabro Plays, you're the second. Mega Simulator Gaming, you're the third number with 29.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Gonna give you 29, 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location, if you can. Anything in there that helps with your location? Do let me know, what are your thoughts? What is it? Where is it?
The next stop is Lytham.
Gregory, I'm hyped for Class 390 since it's my childhood. I like Pendolinos. I think that, I mean, I like Voyagers as well, and Paces. I'm not really fussy when it comes to trains. But I think it's a welcome addition to the game. Trains at the station, DB Cargo, Class 60 at a station. DB Class 60 somewhere. Lots of consensus on the 60, but nothing on the location yet.
The next station stop is Lytham. We will shortly be arriving at Lytham.
I know it's kind of a rudimentary implementation of the announcements, but I think it kind of works. I think it does work. Concord, for all I know, it could be the English Channel. Well, you reckon it's a 60, Tottenham would be a pretty good guess. I'm looking forward to seeing the 58 making an appearance back onto the network. Unlocking on the lift. John Ward, the Pendo is a good and innovative unit. It's a bit old now. Yeah, it's got to be fairly old now, John, yeah. Wait, no, take mine back. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, locked doors. Okay. Oh, we're actually running. I thought we were on time. We're actually running a little bit late. The only criticism I have of the 390 is the window alignment. I think that's quite common on a lot of stock these days, and you know, especially if you get seat reservations and you haven't got a window and you've just got a panel next to you. It is irritating. It is really irritating. Rob, it's a shame they based West Coast mainly on the modern timetable. All trains delayed or cancelled. If I had my soundboard working, that would certainly get some sort of sound effect. I mean, what I'm hoping as well, if we've got, obviously we know we've got Carlisle to Preston coming. We know we've got some, I think the 87's coming with it. You're going to be able to run that. You're going to be able to run that out of Euston as well, up to Milton Keynes. So I should imagine that's probably going to layer on there somewhere. Mega Simulator Cargo Line, Volume 3 Container, FCA Wagons, and Volume 4 Military. Okay.
We will shortly be arriving at Anderson Ferry.
Winding that power down. So when we get to Blackpool, we're going to be changing ends, taking this back down to Preston. And when we get down to Preston, the foreman has got some special duties for us. Or foreperson, that should be. The governor has got some special duties for us. Yeah, I think with the 87s, all we need is the DBSOs, the DIBSOs on there now, and then the Greater Anglia route up to Norwich, or even up to Ipswich. And if you get the North London line, like I was saying, across to Stratford, then you get the route up to Norwich or Ipswich and down to Felixstowe. That's some really good freight running you've got there. Jack, what's your favourite EMU on Train Sim 4? Do you know what? I'm going to say the 323. I think the 323 is... I just like driving it. I like the way it sounds.
We will shortly be arriving at Amdham and Fairhaven.
At Amdham and Fairhaven. People glitching out on the platform there. Oh! Putting flats on it, which... Did anyone see the video doing the rounds today of a certain steam locomotive being dragged with all of its wheels locked up? I can't remember what locomotive it was. I'm really bad when it comes to steam engines. But that's going to be expensive. 50p pieces for wheels. Nice big flats, skated away. I'd like a proper DBS. Yeah, Dibs O'Connor would be epic. If you had a Dibso, then you could do the Network Rail measurement train. Northern Preston Productions is a pacer. It was already flattened to heck and back. Cab to cab. Oof, that one hurt to watch. Connor, it's Tangmere. There we go. Yeah, Mega Simulator Gaming. I haven't got a link, but if someone wants to post it somewhere, then feel free to do so. But yeah, that was nasty to watch. You just kind of see the trains being pulled by a diesel engine. I don't know what was on the front, and you see the steamer on the back, and the wheels are just locked up, and it's just being dragged. So that's going to have nice flats on it, probably some damage to the track as well. Yeah, Tang Meme as it's been renamed.
The next station stop is St Anne's on the Sea.
Oh, great news! We're getting near Blackpool, and the weather's starting to improve a little bit. Yeah, Jack, the 700 is a nice drive as well. Connor 57316 was on the proper traction on the front then, Connor. Is that controversial to say a 57 is better than a kettle? If I had my soundboard working, that would definitely get some sort of sound effect. Trains at the station, we still need 701 or South Western Railway EMU. So yeah, that was one of my other theories with the 350 coming to game. Are we going to see Desis? Are we going to see like the 450 variants? Are we going to see something out of Waterloo and down to the southwest? You know, we had it in Train Sim Classic. It's a route I would very much like to see. Rather than the southwestern mainland, I think I'd like to see like Waterloo to Windsor via Hounslow and Richmond, both branches on there. And maybe, you know, if you're being really ambitious, maybe down to Weybridge as well via Chertsey would be pretty cool. I think something out the southwest region would be great. But again, I'm being sort of really south focused here. I think there's definitely some more routes, you know, Scottish routes would be good to see. We've got Welsh route coming, but obviously some more stuff in Wales would be great.
We will shortly be arriving at St Anne's on the Sea.
And we'll stop. Northern Princess Productions, this hurts. You've posted the TikTok link. I just wonder if I can play it in the stream. This might work, it might not. I'll see if I can play it. Yeah. Yep, okay, that's it's certainly not good, is it? It's certainly not good. I would imagine the way that's happened is that the driver on the steam engine has left the locomotive brake on. That's sort of normally what causes that, but yeah, definitely not good. So I think one of the things that they said they have fixed on Train Sim World 5 is this kind of track shadow thing that we've going on here. We've got like this V-shaped shadow that just kind of follows us everywhere. I think that's something that's been fixed on Train Sim World 5, so that is definitely a welcome improvement. Right, Squires Gate, 1.7 miles. Trains at the station East Croydon to Watford. Yeah, if we had the West London line, you could definitely do East Croydon to Watford services. You just need that missing connection on the West London line. Lots of potential there. I would love to see that made as a community mod or something. It would be really great. Yeah, again, Mega Simulator game, and either somebody's left a parking brake on the steam loco, or most likely the direct brake. So locomotives, as you know from playing train sim, you've got two brakes on a locomotive. You've got the train brake, which applies the brake on the locomotive and the wagons. You've got the locomotive brake, which only affects the locomotive. And it looks like in that case the locomotive brake's just been left on. Train Sim from Berkshire Deborah, does the free Train Sim 5 come with the route builder? I believe it probably does, but don't quote me on that. Connor Eaton, there rumours around that the brake was off and a issue was causing it. There's another view which shows the wheel slowly turning earlier down the track. Okay, so it could be like a vacuum issue or something. I don't know that particular loco particularly well. Certainly not good news for those involved. So what's everybody else's opinion on some of the other features that were announced for Train Sim 5? I mean, route hopping I think is going to be really good. I think some of the stuff like they said, you know, on the map, they're going to start putting labels on the map. I think that's really... that's not the sort of feature people are going to pay for. I mean, you're getting it for free, but it's something that should have been there all the time in my opinion. I don't like looking at the map and not knowing where places are. Having labels on the map is, yeah, pretty essential. I'm really pleased they've gone down the free route with this. I think it's definitely the way to go.
The next station stop is Squires Gate.
So Great the Train Guy, will Train Sim World 5 be free for all people or just those who have bought Train Sim World 4? It is free for absolutely everybody for the first 30 days. So if you do not own Train Sim World 4, do not own any other Train Sim World content, when you download the free version of Train Sim World 5, you will get the training centre and a couple of locos that you can only use on the training centre. You will not have any routes. You're not having any fancy DLC or traction. If you've got existing Train Sim World routes, existing Train Sim World traction, they will port over from day one. But yeah, if you want any of the new Train Sim World 5 routes, if you want the West Coast Mainline route, the Frankfurt Fulda, and I can't remember the other one that's being released with it, if you do want those, they are going to be an additional cost, as you would expect with most DLC. Could the driver be sued for damage? Unlikely, Mega Simulator game. It's pretty unlikely. That's what most companies have got insurance to cover that sort of thing. Sam Bennett would love to see an icon for upcoming gradient changes. Yeah, something in the heads-up display on the sort of the top right here would be pretty welcome. Right, we are off to Blackpool South, 1.4 miles. and the weather is starting to ease up. If you are coming for a day at the Pleasure Beach, we've still got this weird kind of rain thing going on where the rain doesn't render in on the side of the vehicles. .2 miles, Blackpool South. And I think one of the masteries you can unlock for this route is you can actually unlock Blackpool Pleasure Beach Station. I think one of the things I don't like about this route is how quickly the roller coaster we're just coming up to kind of whizzes around so quickly. You sort of see it coming, just about to come down the hill on the left. Whee! There it goes. That is just, it's incredibly fast.
The next station stop is Blackpool South, where this service ends.
Oh, nice and sunny in Blackpool. Look at that. And we are going to be changing ends and taking this back down to Preston. And when we get to Preston, we have some special duties. So it's a little bit of a longer stream tonight. So 117 of you lovely people in, which is fantastic. I really do appreciate you joining me tonight. If you haven't already, do please hit the like button, consider subscribing. That would be pretty awesome. And don't forget, tomorrow, if you're about 2100, we're going to be doing the train driver's eye view live with the live commentary over top of it. No TPWS back in the day, but what we would want to be doing if we were driving this properly, which is what I should be doing, is 15 miles an hour at the platform ramps, and then 10 miles an hour for the TPWS train protection warning system loops. Obviously not fitted in the 1980s. Brake set free. Unlock doors on the right. And let's shut this cab down. So, tail lights on. Into off. Key out. Turn our wipers off, otherwise we'll get some burn in. Right. I don't know what time this service is back out. We've got no passenger information screen to tell us what's going on. I wish there was a way you could kind of advance time. City Transport Simulator does that really well. You know, it allows you to skip waiting time. That would be something, if we had that in game, that would be a pretty cool thing. Once it ends, we should be able to get in the driver's seat. It should give us a rough idea on what the time is and sort of how that's going to work. So. Oh, it wants me to lock door. I hate it when it does that, when you've completed a service and it wants you to lock the doors. I'm not here for that. I don't like that feature. Unless it's now going straight back and we've missed the boat. Or missed the train. Platinum medal despite all the speeding. It did get a little bit better towards the end. I want to say it got a little bit better towards the end. Service is scheduled to start at 9:28. Do you know what we're going to do then? We're going to hop out. So it'd be the 9:28 from Blackpool. And we're going to take it just down to Preston's. Choose a route. Blackpool. 142. I can't remember which one we were on. So the 9:28. We've driven that one previously. 9:28 Blackpool South to Ormskirk. We're just going to take that one down as far as Preston. Dynamic weather clear. Let's go with that. Let's shake it up a little bit. Mega Simulator game. Trains have insurance. Do the police pull you over if it's out? What about train tax disc? Interesting idea, Mega Simulator. Jack, I hope we get more DMUs like the 156, 153, 195, 150 in the future. I think the Cardiff networks, is that going to be a flirt or is that going to be Demu stock? I genuinely don't know what we're going to get with that. Headlights on. We do have a DSD pedal, so we must have a vigilance. We've just got to try and find it somewhere. Oh, vestibule lights. Let's turn those on this time. We didn't do that last time. Fire system warning test. That's the spud button. We're standing on the chair for some reason. I cannot remember where it is. Is it on the MCB panel? Spud button, yeah. That's an insider joke. I couldn't possibly tell you what happened. No, that's not that button. It's control and enter. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm sure it's there somewhere. There is a way of turning the. There's no vigilance, DSD, only deadman's. But okay, that makes sense. Yeah, same as the Class 73 locomotives. Right, let's see if we can achieve this journey on time. Due to essential engineering works, this train is going to terminate at Preston. Because the driver has got to have a break at Preston. And then we're going to do some fun stuff. But hey.
The next stop is Squires Gate.
Right, Squires Gate. Let's see if we can have a semi-professional drive this time. Now the weather's improved. Stu, good evening. How are you doing? Okay, guys. Right, post those numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. Numbers between 1 and 36. I'm going to pick the third one that comes up on my screen. Okay, Gabro is the first one in with number 16. Stu is second. Mega Simulator Gamer has gone top of the shot with number 1.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's give you number 1. What is it? And where is it? I don't think that one's of much help at all, but you never know. There are some clever people out there. That may be enough. There is one of these out there for everybody. Trains at the station. Can you do a run in the Class 20? Ah, well, it's funny you should say that. It's funny you should mention that. Yeah, I've had a couple of days off, Stu. It's been nice. Yeah, no engineering. I am on an engineering job next week at Princess Risborough. But yeah, this bank holiday weekend, it's been pretty quiet. I'm not complaining. Oh, Connor, should we go with 1 or 2? Should we try not to overshoot Squires Gate as well? Good brakes on these Pacers. Nice, decent tread brakes. Said nobody ever.
We will shortly be arriving at Squires Gate.
Put some flats on it. Does to what we're doing? Oh, Class 142 and rescue a steam charter. Ah, okay, it does. Time off at a bank holiday. Who did you chat up for that to happen? Yeah. No, it's been nice actually. We went to Marwell Zoo yesterday, caught up with some family, which was lovely. And yeah, today's kind of just been chilling, doing some work on the model railway, doing a stream. Yeah, no work tomorrow either, just having a day of chilling tomorrow. I was asked to work tomorrow, but unfortunately the times that they wanted me I couldn't do. Right, St Anne's on the Sea.
The next station stop is St Anne's on the Sea.
Damaro Class 20, Thunderbirds are go. Train boy, I didn't say that. Maybe, but... Connor, I can change the quietness if you want. Don't you dare, Connor. Please don't. It's been lovely. Do we have any other trains in the game that have got the fully working suspension on them at the moment? I'm a little bit out the loop with it, but I know it's something that they were trying to add in. I don't know if we've got it. Do we have it on any of the other trains or stock? Trains at the station missed DRS Class 20s. I nearly bought 2 Backman DRS Class 20s the other day, but I bought a 57 and a 67 instead. Mega Simulator game at 801. Oh, so the 801's got it, right. Connor, don't even go there. The 47 on here. Oh, okay, right. Fabian, Diesel Train Simulator. Diesel Railcar Simulator, we have not done for a long time. So Diesel Railcar Simulator is probably worth jumping into doing it. The 380 does, or will have. Nice. Class 801, Class 47. Class 66 East Coast Mainline has it as well. It shows you how often I'm playing train sim these days, doesn't it? As we fly through St Anne's on the Sea.
The next stop is St Anne's on the Sea.
Quite a few have suspension now. Came out in an update a couple of weeks ago. It's only been a couple of weeks. That's why I won't have seen it, Connor. Stu, I heard from train driver Brian that the Round Industry is cracking down on drivers being YouTubers filming in cabs, and there's not a consistent policy across the company and TOCs. Yeah, I've not done any filming in the cab. I would like to, but without explicit written permission, it's not something I'm just going to do off my own back. So, as I said before, all the driver's eye view videos that I've got on my channel are videos that people have sent me. You can easily identify, using sort of reflections off of other trains and station mirrors, they're Freightliner trains. One's a Southern train, obviously I don't work for Southern. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything off my own back. As much as I would like to, it's just not worth my job. Way too much braking in St Anne's on the Sea there. I just think this route has got charm. I just think it captures the era really well. You know, the railway's in decline, Beeching's doing his thing, everything's sort of broken and desolate. It just captures the era, I think, really well for me. Oh, bang on time, look at that. Or maybe we were supposed to depart at 37. It's close enough, it's close enough. Morgan Davies, I can't wait for the Welsh route. The Welsh route, I'm definitely here for the Welsh route. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Do we know the extent of the network? Have they released exactly what they're doing with it? Connor! I'm all ears, Connor. What can you do?
We will shortly be arriving at Ansel and Fairhaven.
Ansel and Fairhaven. I mean, the suspension does make a huge difference to the immersion in the game for me. It's something I've banged on about for a long time. I mean, Open BVE, which I still love Open BVE, had I mean, BVE 2, I'm really showing my age, which was, again, superb. Had suspension on it, and the trains bounced around and they felt realistic. And it's really nice that we're finally getting that, you know, in Train Sim World. Are you going to try your camera again? No. I need to have a proper look at that and see what's glitching out, why it's glitching out. Yeah. Let's have a chat, Con, and see what we can work out. I mean, 73 nines. Testing. Training aids for seasonal operators. Right, 0.9 miles away, get the power off. Deborah, have you seen how the Ashfield Yard has come along in Ashfield Weekly episode 201? So I don't follow Ashfield religiously. I do pick up on some of the videos, but I actually drove past the yard on the Colnbrook branch on, was it Friday or Saturday last week? No, Saturday would have been. Yeah, it's definitely coming along nicely. Surely you just need to move depots. You could be doing test trains like the 80587 Brabante, isn't that Team Blue? Yeah, it's one of those things, Stu. It's kind of, you know, we've got to live within 45 minutes of our home depot now due to like fatigue rules and stuff. The industry as a whole are getting quite hot on that, so it's not as easy as just moving depot.
The next stop is Ansel and Fairhaven.
Ansel and Fairhaven. We still need control. I mean, proper joystick controller support, not like Xbox controller, but where you can have like a Thrustmaster joystick or something like that, and you can just use the power handles and brake handles. You can do it on Diesel Railcar Simulator, you can do it on Open BVE. You can't yet do it in here. I know you can use Xbox controller, but it's kind of not the same. I sort of want a I want a controller where I can do that and 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 leave it, not have to sort of hold D-pad. Yeah, super cool. Really enhances the driving experience in my opinion. I know you've got like oh, what's it called? You've got like the rail driver controllers, but they're so expensive. I think Alan Thompson was it Alan Thompson that done some sort of controller?
We will shortly be arriving at Lytham.
Northern Princess Productions, my alarm is set for 02:40. Ouch! Fabian, you can do joystick with a plugin available on the Train Sim World forum. Right, okay. I need a link for that. I'm gonna look up that. Mega Simulator Gamer, how do you deal with the trauma of having a 1 under? So I've fortunately not been involved in any such incident myself. Quite a few of my colleagues have. I don't think you really know how you're going to react until it happens to you. I think the initial thing, your training takes over, you kind of do what you need to do, but then there's a period where it's happened, you've made your phone calls, you've done what you need to do, and you're kind of sitting there waiting for help to arrive, waiting for the process to happen. I think that's probably when it sort of hits you. I don't think you can sort of predict how you're going to deal with that. Companies are pretty good. A lot of companies, or if not all companies, do offer sort of counselling and time off and stuff. You know, there is help available if you are involved in something like that. But I think, you know, I don't think you can sort of say how it's going to affect you as an individual. Oh, crikey. Brake. Like I said, we are driving the train to its fullest potential to maximise the efficiency of the timetable. Is that a thing? Trains at the station, are you allowed to let enthusiasts in the cab? Oh, that's an interesting question. So, depends on circumstances. I'm not sure if I get in trouble for answering that. If I'm stopped at a station and my train's secure and we've got a few minutes, I don't normally have a problem with letting someone in, depending on circumstances, you know. Taking people for rides, absolutely no. I know a lot of passenger companies, it's just a hard no, but I personally, I don't see the harm in doing it. If people have got an interest, you know, you're potentially inspiring them a little bit. I know they say there could be security implications and all sorts of stuff like that, but I think, you know, you just have to apply a little bit of common sense to it. Sam Bennett, what is a 1 under? So 1 under is when you have a fatality, basically, Sam. Right, Moss Side.
The next station stop is Moss Side.
It doesn't apply to staff, Connor. Simon, I have the power brake controller from ATS. Great bit of kit, but doesn't work that well in Train Sim World. Needs to have support, really. It does look like a nice bit of kit because you've got the AWS button and the door controls and everything. It does look like a pretty hefty bit of kit. Right, okay, Moss Side in 1.9 miles, so jingle doesn't work, camera doesn't work, but host your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. So we've got Moss Side, Kirkham and Wesham, and then we're into Preston at 10:06. We've got the numbers rolling in there. Gabro plays, first one on my screen. Mega Simulated Game, second. And Jake Moxon, who is one of our channel members. Thank you very much, Jake. With number 8.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's give you number 8, guys. 10 seconds for that locomotive livery. I think you're going to get the locomotive of this. Possibly. What is it? Where is it? I'm surprised nobody said 92 yet. Just putting that out there as a little hint, you know. Not saying it is. Trainer Bus Spot, are you going to do a 377 run? Not today. We can do one soon though. Jack W, before Train Sim World 5 comes out, would do a final goodbye live stream on Train Sim World 4. Do you know what? We've only actually done, because when I make my thumbnails for Train Sim World, I kind of just do them by number. So, you know, my first thumbnail's number 1, my second's number 2. So we've only done about 30 odd streams on Train Sim World 4. We've not actually done that many, to be completely honest with you. So, farewell to Train Sim World 4. Yeah, we could do something like that. Sam Bennett, class 92. Ah, interesting guess, Sam. I wonder what prompted that. Captain Cab, class 43, Dagenham. Jake Moxon, 43 at Slough. Mega Simulator Gamer, I was watching a video of recordings of people on board a 700 here with the driver's voice was heartbreaking, and it annoyed me how ratty the passengers were. Ah, yeah, I see what you're getting out there. Trains at the station, are you doing a class 20 run today? So, when we get down to Preston, we have special instructions. Special instructions involving some choppers and a steam tool. Let's leave that one there.
We will shortly be arriving at Moss Side.
Play every UK route that came out for Train Sim World 4 in one stream. That'd be like the Children in Need charity live stream all over again. Oh, that would be going some. There is a fair few. There definitely are a fair few. Northern Princess Productions, my head says class 92 at DBC at Crewe. My heart says class 60 DBC at Totten. Ah. Interesting, interesting. Stew 60 maybe Tamworth high level. Pick up DB 60 somewhere. Interesting. No clear consensus yet, which is quite interesting. Normally at this point we've got a sort of a clear consensus as to what it is and where it is. So interesting. Right, Kirkham and Wesham, 2.9 miles. Let's get it going. Drive all the routes on Train Sim World and travel on them all too. I could take a laptop with me, get on a train and drive it.
The next stop is Kirkham and Wesham.
No, that's an idea. All the stations, Train Sim World edition. Hey, 320 Sim Pilot Superfan, how you doing? Great to have you here. Right, 35 up to 70. 121 of you lovely people watching. If you haven't already, guys, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. I don't know, there's just something about this route which is really... It just looks nice and it feels nice. It's just generally a really nice route. Connor, I'll join on the Goblin. Trains at the station, what's the most Hellfire loco? Oh, good question. Not a 66. Train boy, that's actually a really good question. What is the guard buzzer for? So, there are actually a list, you will see it on the Electrostar, of bell buzzer codes. As drivers, we're supposed to know them, and I used to know them, but I forgot most of them. So the bell buzzer is actually used for communication. So the codes you will commonly hear are the 2 on the bell, which is the guard giving you right of way. So when the guard gives us 2 on the buzzer, we repeat that back. That's our authority to go. There are also a list of other codes that are used during shunting. So 1 on the buzzer is stop. You've got, I think it's 3 on the buzzer is draw forward. 6 is set back. 5 is slow down. 9 is police assistance required. Then you've got 3, which is driver to contact guard on cab to cab radio. There's guard leaving the train in accordance with the rule book. There are a number of bell buzzer communications. I mean, this train here's probably got like, it's got like
The next station stop is Kirkham and Wesham.
It's got like a PA sort of system. It's probably got like a cab to cab so you can talk to each other. But yeah, the bell buzzer was sort of used for shunting purposes. If you're sort of doing a setback move, you've got a shunter in the back cab. Hey Jack W, that is very kind of you. Thank you very much, my friend. Love your vids, especially the live streams. It's great to have you here, Jack, and appreciate the donation, my friend. I'm not sure why the things are not coming up on the screen. You normally get your name come up on the screen with a fancy thing, but Discord Streamlabs seems to have broken everything since it's done an update. Mike Allen, hi Rich, just out of interest, what are your PC specs? I'm building up my own very soon, so moving on from next one. So my PC's about it's got to be 3 or 4 years old now, so there's definitely better specs available. So I'm running an Intel i9, 30 coming up, overclocked to 5.2 gigahertz, 32 gigabyte DDR4 RAM, and an RTX 3090 thingy-majig graphics card. There's definitely sort of better stuff on the market now, though. 320, I dare you to brake from 60 on only one brake setting without changing. Perfect stop. I've done it in real life. I've done it in real life a few times. It's very satisfying. When I was out with my driving instructor, if you got a oneer, it was a donut challenge. How much does the ying, Sam Bennett says, how much does the ying of a 66 drive you up the wall as a driver? You almost become a little bit oblivious to it. You just stop hearing it after a while. That kind of ying, ying, ying. Just becomes sort of background noise. I think they sound a bit less yingy when you're inside. I think they sound a little bit more drony than yingy. I mean, the cab is sort of sound insulated. It's quieter in the cab than what it is standing outside the loco. Not much quieter, but a little bit. Oh! Spilt your tea. It's worse on a 69. Yeah, I've made my views on 69s well and truly heard over the years. Pig and Bob, ying 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 ying. The ying box. The worst bit about it is Pig and Bob. I've got 2 Acura scale 66s and I've got another X amount on order. Where's my wife? No, I think she's upstairs. I've got another 4 or 5 on order. And they sound just like 66s as well. So even when I'm at home sitting here, there's ying 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 on the model railway layout as well. Mega Simulator Gamer, why did the 66s make that noise? Just the kind of the EMD 710 engines, just what they sound like. Thanks for the whiplash. No worries, comes as standard. All that braking and I undershot, yeah. Across all talks, how many 66s are there in the UK? That's a question for Google. John Ward, is Freight Rambler still posting videos? Because a lot of Freight Rambler stuff disappeared, which was a shame because it was actually really useful for route learning. Right, Green, we're off to Preston where we are going to jump out of this train and do something a little bit different. Captain Cow, I feel like we're overdue a rant on the Class 66. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Connor, over 666s in the UK. Wow. I mean, they are, like them or not, and I know a lot of people don't like them, they're Ronseal. They just do exactly what they say on the tin. They're boring, they're standard, they're not exciting. But you know what? They do the job and they just do it without fuss. They're just no nonsense machines. They're just good. They're just good at what they do, and there's no two ways about it. You know, they're really not exciting. They're really boring. They're really just run-of-the-mill, standard, uninteresting, no character. But they're just good. They just get on with the job. Don't make a fuss. And yeah. What can I say? Richie says, hello, my friend. How are you doing? I don't know how much I can say on here, but how is your career progression going? Are you enjoying it? Are you out and about? Connor, 99s will replace some of the older 66s at a guess, but that's to be determined. Connor is the voice of reason and knowledge, so if Connor says it's true, it must be. The thing is, 66s are boring because they were designed to be. Push back to October. Oh, never mind. At least you know it's coming up. You've got it, so. Saints route. Yeah, but you know it, Connor. You're in the know. Mega Simulator Gamer, I'd love to see Britannia in Train Sim World routers. Tom, hi Deborah, this is my first stream in months. To be fair, Tom, this is only my second Train Sim World stream in a few months. We had one last week on the ScotRail 158. Yeah, this is only the second one I've done in quite a long time. Was that a Virgin liveried 47 going the other way? So it's a little bit out of era. I think I'd like to see the other end of this route as well, down to Manchester would be pretty good, or even down to Colne, sort of Accrington, Blackburn, Accrington, Burnley, out that way would be pretty good. Train and bus bars, so excited for 2100 tomorrow, nice. Is that for my stream or is there something else happening that I don't know about? Deborah, what do you think of GWR get 450 new coaches to replace the 16Xs in the Thames Valley according to the government? Are there still any 16Xs running in the Thames Valley? I thought they were all Electrostars now. I thought all the 16 series went down to replace the Pacers down in the sort of down in the West Country. Other than the Greenford branch, of course, where they've got like the old D-stock fibber and stuff. Wikipedia lists 488 Class 66s in the UK. Nice. Jake, have you been down between Bath and Kesham? I went down to Bristol the other day via Bath and Chippenham. Is that on the same line? I wasn't driving, I might add. I was just a passenger. Still have 165s on the Didcot Oxford bit. Sam Bennett, random favourite meat with a roast dinner? Oh, it's got to be lamb. Oh, I'm hungry. What's the time? Who knows what I'm thinking? For my video, Trainer Bus Spot, thank you very much. So yeah, if you have just joined us, tomorrow night at 2100, we are going to be doing part 2 of the train driving live video, which will take us from Herne Hill down to Purley. So that's driver's eye view with live commentary by myself, answering your questions as we go along. Hey Tom, best of luck with it. Just apply for a customer service apprenticeship at GWR next year. Good luck with it. Connor, route learning the West again. Bristol is in my sights, Connor. Mega Simulator Gamer, love a Toby Carberry. Who doesn't? Ooh, I didn't think of lamb. Brilliant choice. Oh, the trouble is, if we have a race, we nearly always have gammon because that's all my wife eats. So it's like it's always gammon. Even at Christmas, we have gammon. It's yeah, a nice bit of roast lamb. Tom, am I excited about Train Sim World 5? Yeah, absolutely. Really looking forward to it. I've got to be honest. The thing I'm looking forward to the most at the moment is Planet Coaster 2. I know. And I am really looking forward to Train Sim World 5. There's something very specific for Train Sim World 5 that I can't say nothing, but there's something very specific for Train Sim World 5 that I am very, very much looking forward to. And when it's announced publicly, I'll tell you what it was. But that, yeah, very excited for it. Yeah, Planet Coaster 2. That's. I'm really looking forward to that. God, it has a 5 and not a 4. Freight Team Blue for Train Sim World confirmed. Ah, you can start the rumours. You can start the rumours. Must be the West Coastway, surely. I'm literally not going to say anything because they're like, you know, there are rules around that sort of thing. But one yellow as we come down into Preston, where we are going to abandon ship. Yeah, Dave, I literally can't say anything. I probably said too much already, but there's something in the pipeline which I'm very excited for. Mike, did you see the divided train the other day? Yeah, that's... I'm not going to comment on that. The reason I'm not going to comment on that, you know, social media policies and the like, it's quite sort of... I'm not involved in it, but it's local to me, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to steer away from that subject. Right, we are at Preston. Doors open on the right hand side. Right, we are now getting off here. We're being relieved by another driver. Hi mate, yeah, 2 on, all good. We swap keys. Someone else can take that. Right, so whilst we were waiting here at Preston, the governor's come up to us and just told us that there's a steam charter that's got flats on it. No, we're not playing that game. There's a steam charter that's failed, that the steam locos failed, and the only thing that we've got available are class 20s. So can we drag this bank holiday charter train to Blackpool North using class 20s? Hey, this is the fun bit. This is the Easter egg. So we've got to spawn all this in now. We've got to find an available platform here at Preston to spawn in. We've got the 101 over there. Let's go and find ourselves an available platform. If I want to give up control of this, that's just leaving. Okay, that will do. We're going to play trains now. Oh, is it not going? I thought that was going. Okay, right, that's annoying. We'll use the subway because, you know, we're encouraging good habits here. We just need to find an available platform. Oh, for crying out loud. Try again. We have enough platforms to choose from. We just can't find an available one. Right, here we go. This one will do. Can we get to Blackpool from here? We'll soon find out. Right, let's spawn in some trains. So what should the rail tour service have been? I mean, it is the 80s, so there's probably a little bit more option. I was going to do the Scotsman, but I think that's predictable. Yes, we're giving up control. Right. If I just type steam. LMS Stania 8F. Probably not then. There's that Virgin loco again. What have we got? What have we got in the realms of steam that's not Scotsman? I don't want to do the Scotsman. Stania 8F. I'm sure we've got like a 8F tender. What else have we got that's steam? Come on, guys. Somebody tell me in the chat. Where am I looking? I don't want to do Scotsman. We are going to do the 20s, but I want something to. I want a steam rail tour to put behind them. What else have we got? The Fowler. That's the one. I think that's the one I'm looking for. It's not... oh, there... it's not showing up on my thing, which is really annoying. Okay. Stanley or 8F, that's fine. We'll do that with... we've got coaching stock with this somewhere. I'm sure I just saw it. Mark 1s, loaded. 12 Mark 1s. There we go. That should be a nice, hefty train for us to pull with our 20s. How many 20s should we have? 1 or 2? There we go. Steam rail tour with no flats. 20s will need to be in vac mode. Absolutely. That's why I wanted to do this and not the Scotsman, because the Scotsman would have been air braked. So, 20s. 20s rail freight. Do we go with 2 or 1? I mean, they're only 1,000 horsepower each. So 2 is probably, yeah. It's probably preferable, if I'm being very honest. Right. Oh, we are rescuing the rail tour with 2 20s. Right, let's get these hooked on. I've not played with the 20s for a little while, so this could be a little bit of trial and error in order to get them to work. Right, the key goes in there. Perfect. Forward. Brakes off. Releasing. And we should attach this up. And ease up onto the train. That's got to be on, surely. Oh, it was close. That was good. I'm taking that. Right, power off. Destroy the brake. And we can put that into the lock-away position. It's going to let us go into the lock-away position. There we go. Straight air brake off. Throttle off. Engine only. Off. And take the key out. Okay, so we are going to need, as Connor rightly says, to put this loco in vac. So brake will be vacuum passenger. We're coupled up, the vacuum pipe is up, lovely. We'll go onto the steam engine, make sure that the brake is fully released on the steam engine. We are not doing a tang there. So, combination brake fully released. Don't need to worry about the ejectors or the reverser or anything like that. That'll be absolutely fine. That'll work. The crew have gone home on the steam engine. Right, now up to the front of the 20s. We'll put this one into... This one we're going to find out now we can't get across to the Blackpool line from here. I hope we can. There we go. I was going to say it's not letting me in. Right. Turn the ejector off on the steam or the brakes will be tough to use. I think the large injector... should I turn the small injector off as well? Vacuum brake, passenger. We don't want the brakes in goods timings. We'll nip back and do that, Connor, because I trust your advice. We'll turn both injectors. Is it ejector or injector? We'll turn them both off. So large ejector is closed. Where's the small ejector? There. Closed. Right, lovely. Can we have tones when we leave? Absolutely, we'll tones. Okay, so we've put our brakes in, so hopefully, all being well, this is going to work. No, I'm trying to close the door, not do the handbrake. Perfect, okay. Right, let's do the key first. We do need to do our safety systems as well. I'm not sure where they are on here. Let's do... just just use the shortcut key, I think, this time, because I really don't know where the safety systems are on this. No, the shortcut key's not working. We've got a change end switch or something on here. Have they got yeah, they've got AWS on them. Okay, well, we'll have to maybe have a little look around for that in a minute. Right. Engine only. Put the straight air brake on. Charge the train pipe. On the floor. There we go. Thank you very much. I knew someone would know. Right, cab heater off, cab heater off. We've got some headlights somewhere, presumably. Panels up here normally. Marker light, marker light, marker light. Let's just turn them all on. Let's just light up the front. Is it? We are on a... Yeah, let's just light everything up. We are doing a charter. Rescuing a steam charter. It's got flats on it. Right, let's just check we're going to get... Right, it is going to move. Okay. That's fine. Right, loco brake full on. Train brake released. Let's set a path. So we are here. And we're going to set a path to Blackpool North. Which is where the charter train will terminate. So, am I sure they want it to be my destination? Absolutely. Green and an S. We are off. Right. I think we're going to do this from outside. We're going to give it some toes. Where am I? There we are. Right. Whoa! Look, the wheels are going round on that one. All the holiday makers now off to Blackpool North. Oh, you have put red lights on the front, have I? I wonder if it's got a tail lamp on it. We'll soon find out. It doesn't even have a tail lamp on the back. What have I done to the front? I put red lights on the front. Let's have a look. Ah, so I have. Okay. Let's take the power down a little bit because we're 25 coming out of here. So, where are we looking? Is it the bottom marker maybe needs to be off? Oh, I bet the reds are in the other cab. Okay, never mind, never mind. Turn marker light top off. Center top marker, right hand side top marker, top marker. Is that the ones we want? There we go. Thank you very much, that person. Right. Off to Blackpool North, which apparently is in 0 yards. That's interesting. 35. Right, let's get this clagging. Put the tail lamp on manually. That's the guard's job. We'll sack the guard. I do like the Class 20 on here. It's not something that I should drive more often. Window hanging. It's one of the joys of being the driver. You're allowed to window hang. Let's open that window up. They're not particularly loud on the inside, are they? They sound nicer from the outside, definitely. Right, okie dokie, we're coming up to 40. We are going to have a quick running brake test, so we're going to take the power back. nice and slowly on the power handle. We don't just want to whack it back, we want to let the engine come down nicely. Once she's below 500 amps we can shut off. Just let those amps come down. And we're going to have a little rub of the brake. Just give it a little bit of initial there. Just to check the brakes are actually working. And we can see we've got something in the bogies, but let's give it a little bit more. Please. Speedo's not budging. There we go. Joys of vacuum brakes. And then they take a week to come off again. Right, so we have brakes. It's working. Right, let's see if we can get 75 out of this thing. Let's go, let's go. Drop to 15 inches and feel the brakes. Check indication in guard's coach. Yeah, absolutely, Captain Cab. We're doing a... Well, that would be the proper brake continuity test, which we would have done before we departed. That's a proper train, all but the kettle. I wonder if we'll get 75 out of it. I mean, let's try. Let's see what we can get out of it. 60 mile an hour top speed. No, this is British Rail days, Connor. Where's the top? Oh, maximum speed 60. Oh. Yeah, don't worry about that. No, we better do it properly. Okay, guys, so we won't have much longer at the stream. We're probably like 10-15 minutes away from wrapping it up. So, post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location. Oh, that is nice. Trainboy, Deborah, why do rescue locomotives on the railway have the name Thunderbirds, and can you tell us why? Thunderbirds was a TV series back when I was a lad, and the organisation within Thunderbirds was called International Rescue, and they used to rescue people. So trains that go rescuing other trains are affectionately known as Thunderbirds. Okay, what have we got on the numbers? GJ, you were the first one in, 36. Trains at the station, second one, number 17. And Jake, you're the third one in with number 11.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Okay, here we go, guys. Number 11. 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location, if you can. Does that help you? Is that your neck of the woods? Do you recognise what you see behind there? Let me know in the chat. We are fast approaching 60. It's done well. Love the air-controlled regulator. So the control handle on these is actually an air valve that's linked to the throttle on the engine. So there's like an air-powered piston on the throttle, on the actual engine block. And as we open up the throttle lever here, we're allowing air into that piston, which revs up the engine, which is why you can kind of hear the air rushing as we move it. Proper ancient technology, but it works. It just works. Captain Cab DB Class 60 at York. Train and bus spotter, I think 60. Connor, this is why we need a pair of 70 freezing game. 70 freezing game would be pretty awesome, but I think you would need gaps, and you'd kind of, to do them properly, I think would be difficult. Oof Barry, well, I can tell you it's a DB Class 60. Is it a 60 or is it a 92 though? Rob, if the government go ahead with nationalisation, will it affect you? I don't think it will too much, Rob. I think they're it's mainly going to be the passenger side of it. I think open access operators and freight are going to be largely unaffected. Finn, how can you get work experience on the railway? Do you just ask or something else? I would go on companies' websites and just drop them an email, Finn. It's definitely doable. I know quite a few people have done work experience on the railway. Connor, you might have more information about that, but it is something that happens. Northern Princess Productions says DB Class 60 at Carlisle. It's our bank holiday special charter train. Oh, do sound nice though. Dead Rail. Thunderbirds will go, absolutely. Someone's gone 92 there. Cab to cab, DB Class 92 York. But I'm not saying it is a 92, you know, I'm just kind of trying to confuse the matter. Monty Burns Gaming, hello, how you doing? Great to have you here. Yeah, those cylinder cocks should be shut. You've broken it. I don't do steam locos. Have we got them open? Oh yeah, it's definitely blowing out nicely underneath, isn't it? Need class 57s or class 73s for rail rescue. Oh, 57. I've got a soft... Since I signed 57s last year, I do have a bit of a soft spot for them. They are nice. We are speeding a little bit as well, so... and we've got a 45 coming up. Now remember the brakes weren't very good, so we need to get quite a big chunk of brake in. Bit more brake. I mean, are the brakes on the wagons actually working? Do we have brake continuity? I'm not even sure we have brake continuity. I think the locos might be doing all the braking here, which is... Please. Yeah, I do have a funny feeling here that the brakes may not be working on the steam locomotive behind us. Because I know there's a vacuum brakes, but these are particularly poor. Yeah, the valve gear has exploded now. So we are. This is now an unfitted passenger train. Someone was asking for a roll by. We absolutely might be able to. We need tea and biscuits. Cab to cab, it may take a long time for the rear to vent to atmosphere. Shouldn't take that long though. Oh, it's 30 across the junction there. Yeah, the brakes are set to vacuum on both of the class 20s, so it should be okay. You didn't do a continuity check. No, Connor's quite right, I didn't. I think if I just put the loco brakes straight on, I'm kind of... I don't know, maybe I was getting more braking. Yeah, maybe. The brakes are indeed not applied on the coaches. It does seem that way. We'll wing it, we'll get it to Blackpool, 6.2 miles, we'll get it there. Let's have another flyby shot, as Joe would say if he was here. Yeah, train boy, there's no red on the back as well. We've failed this epically. No brake continuity test, no red light on the back. Loco brakes only applied on the first loco. Unfitted vac would apply on both locos. Yeah, cab to cab, you're quite right, to be fair. We should have continuity through the train, though. I mean, we managed to release it through the train, so we should have continuity through the train. Once we get to Blackpool, I'll check the gauges. Have we got gauges on the steam loco? We must have some sort of brake gauge on the steam loco. .4 miles. We're not far off now, anyway. We should see the couple of miles. We'll see the Blackpool Tower. So as we are getting quite close to the end of the stream, let's have another go. Post your numbers now for the Locomotive Livery Location. Connor Eaton not on 20s though, as I think the loco brakes talk. Interesting. Yeah, if they're multied up. I mean, that would be quite unusual, but yeah. Cine 8787. Well, the roll-by check was fine. Everything's rolling fine. You know, it's rolling. I can't stop the bloody thing. That's the problem. Had my body-worn camera on as well. Yeah, please everybody. Stephen Taylor, you're the third one on my screen. Same number as trains at a station, number 17.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's see if we can get this location, guys. Number 17, 10 seconds. What is it? Where is it? Any identifying features in that picture? Have you got so much of a hunch as to where it might be? Do let me know. Can we see in the guards compartment on the coaches though, cab to cab? I don't know if that's modelled, if they've got the brake gauge in there. It'd be pretty cool if it is. I can't say I've noticed it previously though. Looks nice, sounds nice. A guard is indeed modelled. Well, we'll go and have a little look. I don't know what I could have done differently though. I mean, because they are coupled up, and I don't think you kind of got to open the brake valve, as it were. Right, there's a 50 coming up. I'm just going to go like full service. Oh crikey, yeah, we've picked up a lot of speed, haven't we? This reminds me of when we were doing one of the American routes. I think it was like a home pass or horseshoe curve or something like that, and I just kept running away with me. I could not get the train to stop. Thing is, I guess this driven 20 miles, nice. I guess this loco could be in air, couldn't it? Because the loco behind would translate the brake from air to vac. I saw speed is starting to come down a little bit. So I can't hear the brakes on the back doing anything. I don't know whether there's a sound effect model for that though, to be completely honest. We god, a 20 coming up. This could be hairy. Do we have derailments turned on? Odd, but is the vac pipe up between the class 20? I would have thought so. Hold on tight, everybody. Get a wee bit bumpy across the junction. It's good for 40. That is. It's good. Well, it's good for 50. The section signal and distance signal is off. I'm going to allow the train to come to a stand, I think. So we're 2.7 miles away. We're in full service braking. If we go into emergency, does that give us anything extra? Not really, no. Put it in air brake passenger, but oh, we're going uphill, that's why we're losing speed. Vac brake passenger. I was just about to say the Blackpool Tower's coming into view, but that's an electricity pylon. Easy mistake, easy mistake. The vac brake is working because you have vac pipe when the brake is released. You should have 21 inches, I believe, when you've got a full release. Definitely not getting any brakes on the loco though. I wonder if the steam engine is buggering this up. Quite possibly, Connor. Yeah, I mean it's a steam engine, isn't it? You know, they're temperamental things. Oh, we're going to stop on the level crossing. That'll please the locals. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Right, so we've got full service brake on the... If we look at the bogies, we've got full service brake there. Multiple working jumper is up. Pipes are connected. We've got the white star pipes as well. Vac pipe is not connected. The air pipe is connected. That's interesting. So maybe the front loco needs to be in air and the back one in vac for the translation. Let's have a little look on the engine and see what this is showing. Yeah, this is showing a full release, isn't it? Well, that shouldn't be showing me a full release right now. We'll sort those cylinder cocks out while we're here as well. Let's close those. Yeah, so something is not right. We're not getting continuity because if we've done a brake continuity test, then we would know that. But yeah, there's no brake being affected on the steam engine. Let's just check our rearmost loco here. Has this got a brake being affected? No. Okay, that's interesting. No brake. So there's only brake on the front. And we are definitely switched into vacuum. Passenger vacuum. Yeah. Interesting. If I put you around to passenger air, you're still not having it. Vacuum brake passenger. So we're not getting any brake between the two engines, which is really peculiar. So I wonder if we put the front loco into air, whether the back one will act as a translator. So let's put this into air brake passenger. We've still got full application. That's just checking. That is because, yeah, locomotive brake is on. We're in emergency on the train. We should get brake continuity though. It's really weird that we're not. Still got nothing. Nothing on the bogies. It doesn't work very well, does it? It's a little bit broken. Wah, wah. Yeah, okay. I think we'll just try and get it to Blackpool the best we can. Air brake passenger. If the ejector closed, isn't the vacuum lost? You have to create the vacuum in order to get the brakes off. So, but we're not getting brake through to here. So, oh, okay, that's a interesting. Rightio. I can't get out now. Change brake selector to vacuum to allow brake control. Okay, maybe it wasn't piped up properly or something. We're not going to play around with this for too much longer. We're going to get ourselves gone. Passenger vacuum. Yeah, you're still showing a full release, 21 inches. Or is that... Are those brakes now slowly applying? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just check between the two locos. And then we're just going to drive on and hope for the best, I think. So the air pipes are open. Yeah, it won't let me do the kind of the vacuum on its own. So that is connected with air and not vacuum. Okay, let's just get it to Blackpool. Let's get it to Blackpool. Try closing the ejectors on the kettle. The ejectors on the kettle are closed, but that wouldn't affect. We would still have brakes on the rear loco. And now we've completely broken it. We can't get the brakes off at all now. What are we in here? Back passenger. Let's get another loco to rescue us. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What if we close the air on the 20? Just power against the brake. Yeah, I think we've well and truly broken this now because I can't get the brakes off in the front. Let's have a little bit more of a play. So we're on vacuum brake passenger there, which is what the other loco's on. I want to get this to Blackpool. Right. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the 3 miles to Blackpool. We're going to get it there. We're gonna make this happen. Look, we're literally so close. We are gonna make this happen. Maybe. See how bad I am at driving a steam engine now. It's going to be shocking. This is not going well. We've got £21. Oh, I'm just going to give up and go home in a minute. Well, hey! It works! It works! We are going to make the last few miles to Blackpool. Oh, we have a red signal ahead of us. Oh, come on, give us the road. We need to finish up soon because the kebab shop's going to close in half an hour, and all that talk of lamb earlier has made me hungry. I think I may have... Did I not set a path? I'm sure I set the path on here. Did it not register? You're going to register now? We're going to give me the signal? Possibly, maybe. Yes, please. We can't have anything in front of us because... Yeah, there literally is nothing in front of us. Okay. I think we are. I think we have managed to break the game, well and truly break the game. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. We will try just one more thing very quickly. We'll set the path to the next station. Let's see if it'll let me have that. No, it's broken. It's had it. It's had it. There we go. We're not going to spad it. We're not going to play that game. Yeah, no, I've tried that, Jack. So that's it. Game over. There we go. The holiday special that we went to rescue has failed. It's game over. It's time to go home. Come back tomorrow. We'll do it all again. It might work properly. Oh, if we had the sad trombone sound effect, that would be it now. Wah, 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 wah. Anyway, delete the trip and then again. It's not giving me the option to remove the path, so the path hasn't registered. It'll let me remove the train and then the signal steps up. I'm wondering, yeah, it might have thought the front of the train was past the signal. Oh, we'll get this into Blackpool. Let's do the 47. What can I say? What can I say? We're obviously holding everything up at this point. What can we jump into that'll be exciting? That'll just get us into Blackpool. Yeah, let's go 37 light engine. Let's just get it there. Where's the light engine option on here? Normally has a light engine. 37, 37, 37, 37. Oh, that's annoying. It's not giving me a light engine. Oh, there we go. 47 light engine. Let's just... it's not letting me spawn the train. Okay, no, we've tried. We've failed. That is it. Game over.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Well, thank you very much for your patience. I do apologise, it didn't quite end in the way we were hoping it to. Anyway, Locomotive Livery Location. Interesting one. Is it a 92? Is it a 60? Where is it? Stephen Raymond Nolan, thank you very much for sending this in. This is one of our very old pictures. I think this was number 9 or something like that. So, let's press the button and do a reveal. I don't think anyone has got this right yet. So,
it's time to reveal today's Locomotive Livery Location.
Any ideas? That is a DB Class 60, free off with a 92 there, and that is at Bath Spa, which is a lovely part of the world. Can you see it now? Are you kicking yourself? Did you think, oh my god, I knew that? Anyone? Let me know in the chat. Right, let's press that one there. Hey, the camera's working. Right, it didn't quite end as we expected it to, but it's been a really good stream. It's been a long one. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So if you are still here, thank you very much. Do consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. Tomorrow night, 2100, we are going to be doing the train driving with live commentary part 2, and at 2200 immediately after there's going to be a members only live stream on Transport Fever. If you want to find out more about membership starts from 99p, which will give you access to that live stream, and you get your name in green and a little ticket and some like dispatch bat and driver's key emojis and stuff you can use in the chat, and it supports me as well, so click down below to find out about that. Thank you very much to everyone tonight. Connor particularly is always a good laugh there. Northern Princess Productions, Jake, Captain Cab, Planes, Trains and More, Train Boy, and everybody else who's contributed. Too many names to mention. There's 96 of you in, so yeah, there we go. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go and get some dinner because I'm feeling a bit peckish after all that talk of lamb. Let's press the end screen button. Hopefully the music's going to play. I don't know. Is it playing? I can't hear it. I think it's playing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time. Bye!